Hi, I'm JoAnneh Nagler. I'm the author of the Debt-Free Spending Plan.
And I'm Misty Barnes, author of Forgive Us Our Debts, Please.
And today we're talking about how to talk to your partner about money without tanking the whole relationship, right? How do you bring it up?
Yeah, that's it. Avoidance is not an option.
No, when you were talking about the whole idea of when you're in a new relationship, how do you bring up the topic of money?
Yeah, I was talking about that, but I didn't offer any solutions because I've been told I'm actually better in writing than I am in person.
You're pretty damn good in writing.
Oh, thank you. So what I generally do, my strategy is to write out what I want and expect and leave it on their doorstep in an envelope and then tell them to check yes if it's a yes, no if it's a no, 3 if you're done. And then it's like so much easier. Avoidance, no, it's not really something I recommend. Having those difficult conversations early on, I mean, not like on the first date, but it's important to have those conversations about finance.
Right, and so many of us were dating in our adult years, too, where we're not necessarily just creating something in our 20s, right? We're not just both of us starting out. If you're an adult, you come to the relationship with history, baggage, stuff you need to deal with. So being honest and being open is really important. But I like to think of it this way. In the first part of my marriage, my husband and I just avoided everything. I used to call myself, my friends used to call me Dr. Nagler. I would come to the conversation and I would say, this is the problem, and this is what we need to do about the problem, and this is what I'd like you to do, and this is what I think we should do. And my partner would just look at me blankly and walk away. Literally, he would just get up and walk away. And I would be like, hey, he'd be over there, right? Yeah. And I realized, well, that's not a good strategy. We have to both come and look at the problem. I look at it like open heart surgery. We're going to open up the ribs. We're going to look and see what's in there. And neither one of us gets to have the answer, right? We have to participate in this together.
And I was a classic avoider.
Yeah.
So they'd come to the table and say, do you want to talk about this? And I'd say, no, not really. Let's do something else. Let's go for a walk. And that generally doesn't work either. So for a person who likes to examine it and take the lead, and to the person who's the avoider, who generally doesn't want to have those difficult conversations, there's a solution. And it is to never date or get married. To be alone for the rest of your life. And you'll have all that money for yourself and you don't have to share it with anybody. That's what I want. No, it's not the answer. The answer is just being calm about it and saying, you know, I'm concerned about this. I'm a little scared to bring this up.
Well, here's the language I recommend is, you know, so many couples get into this thing, well, you did this and you did that. You've got to start at the present moment. I say that for single people too. You've got to give yourself the dignity of creating a new history starting today, right? So you come to the table, and even if you think your partner has tanked your finances, you had a hand in it. You stood there and watched it happen, right? So you come to the table and you say, okay, we're going to put the past aside. You're going to say to your partner, look, I know there's a problem. I know it's a big one. I don't know how to solve it, but I'm willing to look at it and I'm willing to try something new.
Yes.
I'd like you to be willing with me.
And what I find also helps is to actually write out what you want to talk about. It really helps, especially if you're more of a cerebral type or an avoider, to just say, I want to talk about the house. I want to talk about your debts, your problems. I'd like to help you with your problems. That really works well. And I'd like to blame you about what you did last Tuesday at 5 o'clock. No. So, you know, writing out really helps calm you down, gets you out of the emotion of it, and helps you to just get the conversation started. So all we're trying to do is just get the conversation started, right?
Amen. Yeah. I'm JoAnneh Nagler. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Misty Barnes. Have a good one.
See you soon. Don't debt.
Don't.